Hello everyone. So today I'm going to discuss with you the Descartes rule of signs. So we're going to determine the maximum number of positive real roots, the maximum number of negative real roots, including the imaginary. So let's to illustrate, let us use this example. Given the p of x is equal to x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 2. So to determine the maximum number of positive real roots, we are going to count the number of sign changes between each term of our polynomials. So from positive to negative, there is a sign changes, so that is counted as 1. Negative to negative, there's no changes, so walang count yon. And negative to positive, there is another changes, so that is counted as 1. So in total, the maximum number of positive real roots is equal to 2. And tandaan, that is a maximum. So it can be less than by an even number. So if 2, you can have a 0 positive real roots. Now, paano naman natin kinukuha yung maximum number of negative real roots and imaginary? So, tandaan, the total number of roots of a given polynomials is always depends on the degree of the polynomials. So, if the degree of the polynomials is equal to 3, therefore, the total number of roots is equal to 3. And to determine the maximum number of negative real roots, we are going to replace the variable x into negative x. So, si positive x cubed, that will become negative x raised to 3 minus 2 times negative x raised to 2 minus negative x plus 2. Ayan. Then, simplify. So, negative x raised to 3. So, negative yung base, add yung exponent. So, that is negative x raised to 3. And negative x raised to 2, negative yung base, even yung exponent, so positive x squared. But you have here negative 2 outside the parentheses. So, that will become negative 2x squared. Then, negative times negative x is positive x plus 2. Then after that, you are going to count also the number of sign changes on each term of our polynomials. So negative to negative, there's no changes, so wala yun. Negative to positive, there is a changes, so that is counted as 1. Positive to positive, walang changes, so 0 yun. So therefore, the maximum number of negative real roots is 1. So, by an even number, or less than by an even number, so it will become negative 1. Since pinag-uusapan natin dito is number, so kailangan real numbers yung nilalagay natin dito. So, it can only be 1 negative real roots. Then, by the imaginary, so kung ilan yung kulang sa positive and negative. So, dito sa positive and meron kang dalawa. Sa negative, meron kang isa. So, therefore, ilan ang kulang para maging 3? Wala na. So, 0 ang imaginary sa first row natin. Then, sa second row, 0 yung positive, 1 yung negative. Ilan yung kulang para ang total niya is 3. So, that is 2. So, therefore, the possibilities of our roots on these polynomials can be dalawang positive, isang negative, 0 imaginary. Or pwede ring 0 positive, 1 ang negative, then dalawa is imaginary. So, let us try to solve this. Which among these possibilities will result to our roots? So, first, let us determine first, applying the rational root theorem, the PQ and P over Q. Since integral ang ating coefficient here, positive integer 1, and you have a constant on z, so therefore your p over q is the same as your p, which is, ano ba yung mga factors nito? positive and negative 1, and positive and negative 2. So, let us test for negative 1. Pwede rin kay 1, pero let's unahin na natin yung negative since may isa lang naman negative. So, you have 1, negative 2, negative 1, then 2. So, bring down 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Negative 2 plus negative 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. And negative 1 plus 3 is 2. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. 2 plus negative 2 is 0. Then, we can write this one as quadratic equation. So, x squared minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. And it can be factored out as x minus 2 times x minus 1. So, therefore, kung x minus 2 is the factored form, the root here is positive 2. If x minus 1 is the factored form, the root here is positive 1. So, the roots are negative 1, positive 2, positive 1. So, ilan ang negative dyan? Isa. Ilan ang positive? Dalawa. So, therefore, itong first row, yung pinaka-solution natin, dalawang positive, isang negative. So, para saan ba si Descartes' rule of sign? So, it lessen yung pagtetest natin sa rational root theorem. Let's say na-test mo na si negative 1. Isang lang naman yung negative roots ni given p of x. So, ibig sabihin, hindi mo na itetest si negative 2 or kaya yung other negative numbers.